afternoon, all you folks out there in the internet world. I just wanted to take a minute off from work, take a little break, and discuss my favorite topic, trading. I love it. Anyhow, I hope you can hear this okay. I've been told in the past that people had trouble hearing the hearing me, so I'm trying to make changes to some of that. So what I have here, I've got this is my holdings portfolio. As you can tell, it looks a little different than probably the last time you've seen it. Uh, Sold some stuff, bought some more, did a little trading. When you have a situation like this where you see two different items with the same symbol, it just shows you that I've bought some before, and then I to that. Added to that account. In other words, I bought more of that same stock. So anyhow, now like with this RTW, the 102 shares were bought at $4.26. The last 18 were bought at $5.64, basically. Anyhow, that's not the subject of today's video, but I'm just showing you. I don't tell you what to invest in. I think you need to figure that out for yourself. Go out and do some research and look around. But I do like to share with you what I am invested in. If you want to do the same, you can. Now, as you look down here, you can see where I'm at. Right now I'm at 28% on my portfolio, the entire portfolio. Once again, I'm looking at my Seeking Alpha portfolio page, and I maintain this based off of what I buy and sell at Schwab. But anyhow, so yeah, if I sold off, just so to make sure people understand what they're looking at here, this is the total change, total percent change. So I monitor this number here, and if I sold off all my securities right now, this is the gain that I would get right now, right this minute. If I sold everything off, and if everything sold like whatever, ideal world, so to speak. Okay, so that's kind of exciting for me. I'm happy about that. Things are doing well. I'm really excited about this one here because this is the one I've got my grandson in. So his is up 48. No, just went up 52%. And I added to that. So right now, as you see, I own a lot of shares of this. If this goes up like I believe it will, gonna make some sweet money off of that. Anyhow, so what's today's subject? Today's subject is, I know we've kind of talked about it, but I don't know if I ever really did a focus on it. But if you're going to trade, I just popped over on my Schwab account, which I already had myself logged in. And let's say if I was going to buy some more Gush, which has been a pretty good performer for me. What I like with this interface is it shows me down here, it shows me the bid price and the ask price. So what does this mean? So if I was people that are, if you do a market order, okay, these two numbers become kind of important. Wait a minute, I'm just kind of getting ahead of myself. But anyhow, the point being is if people are looking to buy this stock right now, I think it's an ETF actually, but whatever. When I say stock ETF, it's all for the most part interchangeable, right? So obviously you want to buy it as low as you can. So you could say, well, I want to buy it at $41.68 a share. Someone trying to sell it would be like, well, I want to get the most out of it. So this is the market margin, if you would, or range. So, but so something to think about. So, all right, if you're going to buy, so you got your action, right? So what are you going to do? Well, okay, I think I want to buy some more. They give you a handy little calculator so you can figure out what you want to do. Now, right now, I don't have a whole lot of cash sitting in my account because I got everything, for the most part, invested. Um, well, let's say looking at 100 shares. Now, this is today's subject right here. Is what kind of order? In other words, I'm placing an order or a purchase. I want to buy in this case, or for selling. Either way, it's still called an order. But there's different types, and this can become important. Because like right now, if I just say, give me a market order, well, what if while in the process of executing this, the price jumps up, say, $10 a share? The chances of that happening instantaneously, probably not very probable. Could happen, right? Um, but I could place a market order, and I'm telling Schwab, go buy me 100 shares at the market rate. It's kind of like going into the car dealership and saying, hey, I want to buy a car, just sell me a good one. And they will. Anyways, it's not quite that bad, but the point being is if you select market rate, you can see what the market is right now, but there's no guarantee that that's what you're gonna get it for. Okay, you're telling them go and execute this order and get it at whatever the best price is. Um, Usually it's not a big issue, but say the amount of money you have left, amount of cash you have left in your account is right at the hairy edge. You've done you divided the amount you have by the what the market price is. And let's say, okay, I can buy 100 shares, but I really can't afford 101 shares because there's just not enough extra sitting in that account. Well, what if the price goes up while you're executing all this? This is what I'm getting at. In other words, you're not guaranteeing, you're not locking in a price, and that's key. Okay, so if you wanted to be careful, and you probably should, is you would do a limit. Okay, and now when you select limit, see this other little dialog box comes up, and it's asking me, I have to tell it what the limit is. Okay, so if let's say I think I think it's about to just dip down a little bit. Well, I'm not going to put 4168. It may dip down to say 4160. So, so I'm doing this throughout the day. I don't necessarily need it to execute right away, and I think it is going to dip down. Pick a number, and then you execute the order. First, you click over here and review, and then you say, yeah. And then now you've got an order sitting there, and it won't typically fulfill if you've done what I'm talking about. So in other words, if I set this to, say, $41.50, let's just say, all right, we really think it's going to drop down for a little bit, and I want a bottom feed. I want to pick this security up at a good price. That's what I could do, and it may not execute right now, and it's usually good for like a day, and it might be a couple hours. Who knows? It may not execute. If the price doesn't go down, then I don't buy that. I didn't buy that stock. I just tried to. Okay. But the point being is you can limit. So in other words, if I didn't want to pay more than, like let's say I wanted to set this at $41.66. I think that's a fair price, and I can probably get that, but I don't want to pay anything more than that. I can do that, and I can set it. Now, what happens if it drops down to $41.50? If it's a limit order and that price shoots right down, you're going to get it at the $41.50. They're not forcing you to stay at the like $41.66. So it's going to be at the limit or better. So, and that's always good, right? That's what it should be. But the key is if that thing were to say it shot up to, I don't know, say $50 a share, right? Well, maybe you didn't really want to buy it at $50 a share. If you placed a market order and you clicked on that, and if you have the money in the account, they're going to execute that order, and you're going to buy these shares at $50 a share. And if that's not a good price for you, and sometimes the stuff can be pretty volatile, that could be what you get stuck with. So it's always a good idea to to pick or to set these limits. Now you've also got you got a stop. Okay, now I'm just going to read to you some stuff I got from their website. Um, yeah, we talked about the order limit. An order limit is a request to buy or sell security only at a price that you specified, the limit, and or at a better price. Execution of the limit order is not guaranteed, but if executed, the price you set or a better price is guaranteed. That's a good thing. Now, stop order. A stop order is an order to buy or sell at the market price once the security is at or has traded through a certain price. Okay, so let's talk about a stop order to sell. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and clear this. Let's go back to here and we'll look at, all right, I have Gush. And I bought this at $30.65 a share. Right now it's at $41.88. Let's say I don't want to lose this profit if this thing goes below, say, $40.50 a share. Okay, I could go into here and I could set this all up to sell this stock at a stop with a stop price of $40.50. It's not going to execute unless the stock drops down, because it's a sell order, unless it drops below 41.50 or it hits 41.50 exactly. What's the chances, right? But let's say it goes down to $40.49 a share and I've set that limit at 40.50. Boom, it's going to sell. Now, I don't have to be sitting here babysitting the screen every minute of the day during the trading day. I can just set that. I can protect my profit. Okay, and now that we don't have to pay every time we execute a trade, hey, even better. Because you may find you want to turn around and maybe buy it back again if it starts going back up. But say you're worried, you're like, well, maybe I'm at the top of this gain. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. You don't have a crystal ball. Like, look at this one here. Here's Nail. Nail's up 77%. If I really wanted to protect that gain, I could set I could go in there and set this up, and maybe I could set it to, say, $30.75, something like that, whatever. And the idea is it would protect part of that profit, and that's not a bad thing. Have I been doing it? I haven't been doing it, but I've pretty much been watching it most of the time throughout the day because I work on the computer. So while I'm working on the computer, I've got my second computer set up to the side. I just glance over it every couple of minutes or so. Why? I just have fun with it. It's something I enjoy doing. If you're not that way, you don't have to do that. You can set up all these stops, and you can have peace of mind knowing that if the price drops below that price, then it's going to execute. Now, some things you need to know about a stop order is, sell stops are entered below the current market price. If the security trades at or below your stop price, your stop order becomes a market order and it will sell at the current market price. A sell stop is designed to help protect profit or loss on a long position. The risk of a stop order is that it may be triggered by temporary market movements, that's not so great, but it could happen, or execute at a price higher or lower than the stop price. A stop order does not guarantee a price. So, for example, we go back to that one I was looking at like here. Nail, right? If I set that to, say, $30.80 as a stop price, it's not going to execute until it gets to that. But if it dropped down to, say, $25 a share, right? Again, it's become a market order, and boom, it's going to execute. So it's not a guarantee, but it's better than if you're just not there babysitting it and protecting it yourself. It basically frees you up. So anyhow, I think that's enough on orders types for today. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know. Send me an email. Subscribe to the channel if you like this stuff. If not, that's okay too. Hope you have a great day. Bye.